Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Rox, and I am coming to you today with Black Girls on Television number 6. So I'm apologize ahead of time. I was not able to watch Being Mary Jane. I haven't been able to watch it in the evenings, and then I was trying to watch it on my phone, and I couldn't get the links to act right, and it kept on, rerouting me and moving me. So I don't have the review for Being Mary Jane. So this is going to be the review for Empire, the season 1 finale, and this is also going to be the review for Scandal season 4. Episode, I don't know what episode number it is. I'm distracted. You guys ever feel like you just losing your mind because you can't find something? I need something for work. I thought it was in my car. It's not in my car. It's not in my office. I've been going back and forth looking for this particular thing, and I feel like I am losing my mind. I've been trying to look. Y'all, I know they're so sick of me and my job because I cannot find this. Anyway, y'all don't feel like hearing all that. I promise you, after this week, I'm not gonna complain about nothing in my videos no more. But I can't find this thing, and I need it today, so it's kind of throwing me off. But anyway, we're gonna do the review, and maybe this is gonna be fine because I wasn't happy with the Empire finale, and Scandal was just okay, so maybe this all will fit together, child. I don't know. But anyway, let's get to it. All right, you guys know Empire. I'm not gonna do a review because it was entirely too long for me to even try to sit down and write all the notes out for that show. I can tell you right now that I did not like it. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was sensationalized. I thought it was way too much. Okay, maybe they should have broke that up and let it be 1 hour each so that we could just kind of ingest a little bit at a time. But all of that happening in those 2 hours to me made it soap opera to me. Okay, now I just need Lee Daniels to tell me exactly what it's gonna be. Now if it's gonna be a soap opera, okay, and you want us if it's gonna be feeling more like a Tyler Perry show, then that was fine. But if you want me to take this as a drama, I can't. I can't, because it wasn't realistic. I know you guys are not going to be happy with this, but I'm just saying, like, the way I feel about that Empire episode was it was an entirely another writer or a new writing team or something. It didn't even match up with the previous episodes. And I'm going to tell you what I mean. First off, I was cool with Hakeem being mad at Lucius for sending off his girl. I could get with the way he, kind of showed out and Rap did his little freestyle and kind of was like basically fuck you to the daddy. I could even get with the fact that the daddy went followed him, Lucius, and bust a nigga in his mouth, okay, for being smart. That was about the last bit of the realities for me. But I'm just gonna go down the line. And again, I think that if all this didn't happen in 2 hours and maybe it was just 1 hour each episode, then I think I would have been able to take it a little bit better. But I'm gonna start from the beginning. Now, Cookie and the security guy, they go off to the Poconos or wherever the hell they went. They had their one night and it was beautiful and wonderful and everything. Okay, now he is totally in love with Cookie, and he magically is going to take on a job that he was offered in Washington, D.C., and he wants to take her with him so that he can take care of her. Okay, it was all very nice and good, but one night you want me to believe that this man, okay, maybe. Okay, but that was one of the things. Then we have the fact that Lucius is pissed off about Cookie and the security guy. He doesn't fire the security guy. However, he fires Cookie because he's so pissed off at her. Okay, that's fine. But then not too long after that, he turns around and he's ready to, forgive Cookie. He was just tripping that day. He's sorry, because she shows up at the house fussing at him. That to me didn't make sense. Then we get BC. I'm going to call him BC because somebody got upset with me calling him Big Crazy. Bipolar is a real disease. So, okay, BC, he's still big crazy, but if it makes you happier, BC. Okay, now, Jennifer Hudson is doing her over singing as usual. Singing some gospel song in church. BC, he's gone from not believing in God at all to now all of a sudden he's all in. He is, saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost, and, everything is my God in this. Okay, he tells Lucius that he's a Christian now and everything is his God, and, he's going to be over at the church. He don't want Empire no more. And Lucius was just was like, oh, we'll see, you know, if your God is better than me. Okay, so, you know, that was dramatic. And then since he's so saved and everything, of course his white woman wife don't want to be with him no more, so she leaves him, and I guess he's gonna try to just really be there for Jennifer Hudson. You know, he's so in awe of the fact that she's so close to God. Okay, but then Lucius shows up at the church and he's able to sweep her off her feet by offering her to, you know, come and sing with him or whatever. BC just gets real pissed off all of a sudden, and now he ain't with the church no more. And then so he goes back home, he gets into a confrontation with New York Undercover, and they're fighting, and then his wife happens to get home and sees them fighting, and she hits New York Undercover over the head with a fucking metal ass candelabra and knocks the nigga's, you know, brains out. And she's all trying to console BC, and you know, once they realize that, I mean, what the fuck did she think was gonna happen? You pick up on a fucking metal ass, okay, you gonna Angela Stone him to death. She picks the thing up and hits him in the head, and then when BC wants to call the police, she's just like, no, you can't call the police, I'm pregnant. Really? How convenient. So now he can't report the fact that the man is dead and his head is bleeding out on his floor because she's pregnant. They don't tell us what they did with the body or nothing, okay? Then, let's talk about the fact that Hakeem, he's so pissed off at his dad, which I'm okay with the fact that he's pissed off with the dad. But now you mean to tell me that he goes over to Beretti's and that he's able to get with Anika, I mean, fucking her in the whatever room it was, and Lucius walks in on them in the room and they don't stop? And Lucius, I don't give a fuck how much you don't love somebody anymore. If I was Lucius and I was to walk in on my ex-wife and my son fucking, nigga, I'm fixing to beat some asses. I don't give a fuck whoever's in the way. I'm just swinging. It's gonna be a problem. So that was unrealistic to me. Lucius didn't even do anything. Okay, tell me, how is it that Jamal, he's the meek and mild one? Okay, we all will agree that he's probably the most like Lucius. Okay, and the most talented. But you know, him and Lucius, they go back to their old house, because Lucius feels like he just can't get this song together. So, you know, he needs Cookie, but Cookie ain't around because, you know, he had done put her out. So they go back to the house and they have this meeting of the minds where they're able to sing a song and they connect on some level there, and that was fine. But then, you mean to tell me that's all it took to turn all of this around? And the fact that he threw his son in the trash can, was always ashamed of the fact that his son is gay, but all we needed was like a 5-minute session in the goddamn house, and now you mean to tell me you willing to turn the whole thing over to Jamal? But I'm willing to bend my mind to think that maybe he wanted to do that because maybe he sees himself in Jamal. But Lucius's character to me is so stubborn and such an asshole. I just don't see something, that one little thing, turning him completely around to where he feels that his son, you know, where he's even able to see himself in his son enough to give him this empire. But he sits down with the boys and you know, he's ready to tell them who he's gonna pass the empire over, because ding ding ding, Lucius doesn't have ALS anymore. Lucius has never had ALS, and I was wondering how they was gonna get him out of this whole ALS thing. It almost makes me feel like they didn't think that this show was gonna last any length of time, because to give your star a deadly uncurable disease didn't make sense. But I remember some episodes back when they were talking about how there was a very small percentage of people that was able to survive ALS. That was the angle that I thought that they were going to go. I thought that they were going to make, you know, Lucius seem like he was so lucky because he was in that 1 or 2% of people who survive ALS. But no, that's not what they do. Lucius doesn't have ALS. He has another disease, a chronic disease, a serious disease, but a very treatable disease, and he is not going to die. At least he's not going to die from a disease at this moment. Of course, this blows Lucius's head up. He kind of feels like, you know, I'm God now because I beat the odds. You thought you got me, but no, you don't have me. I'm still alive and I'm still well and I'm kicking. So I think that this bumps up Lucius's ego. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that the nurse said that, you know, double vision is not a part of symptoms for the disease. You know, Lucius was having double vision, plus he was having sort of like hallucinations or whatever it was that Lucius was going through. And we remember that. Remember when he was in the bed and he was asleep after he had found out from his doctor. Cookie, you know, she's just so pissed off at him because, you know, her man is gone now, and, you know, he done cut her out of the business and he ain't trying to help. You know, she just mad. I guess she wants him to die all of a sudden, even though she was so head over heels in love with Lucius just 2 episodes ago. But anyway, he's in the bed. Now look, I know we have a fucking nightmare. We might say 1 or 2 words or some shit, you know, on these TV shows, but you mean to tell me you gonna have a whole fucking conversation in your goddamn sleep? Not only that, but you gonna sit the fuck up, eyes open, and start confessing to all of the dirt and the murders and shit that you've done in the past, and that your wife is just happening to be in the room with you when you do this? Yeah, you guys. I just can't. I just cannot, okay? He don't, you know, he don't never look over at Cookie and be like, ah, damn, what did I say? I guess this is all in this dream state or whatever he's in. Cookie just so happens to hear him say that he killed Bunky and, you know, all this other shit that happened. Cookie was going to suffocate him with the pillow. I guess she was just so mad that he tried to kill Bunky that she was going to do this, you know, not thinking about the fact that you just got your motherfucking ass out of jail for 17 years and how are you going to get yourself out of this? Cookie is smarter than that. Tries to do it and he catches her arm and pushes her arm back. Like, now I'm trying to figure out, like, was he asleep? Was he awake? Did he know that he was confessing? Did he want her to know? Like, that didn't make sense to me. And then after that, he's, you know, like I said, he feels he's got this God complex. So now he's at the head of his table and he's got the 3 boys there. Now we ain't said shit about the fact that your youngest baby was just fucking your ex-woman. And I guess all is well that ends well. Okay, they sitting at the table. He, you know, it's real dramatic, Godfather-ish. He passing out, you know, different things that's supposed to be symbolized for this. You know, he gonna give the baby his own jet and he can fly around and, you know, whatever he gonna give big crazy. The $100 million so for some foundation, I guess, for him to do some outreach for bipolars and people that have mental issues. And then he goes and passes the torch. You know, this is the lion's head. It's the empire. He passes that on over to Jamal. Meek and mild Jamal. Talented, yes. Does Jamal have any business acumen? I guess Lucius didn't have it either when he started. But yeah, I think we all would agree that you start a business and you grow with a business. Stepping into a multi-million-dollar company and trying to run it, I think would be a little bit different. And then, you know, just for a little, and I did laugh at this part. There was 2 parts that I actually thought was really some good acting. Was the fact when he found out that he didn't have ALS and he just started laughing, like, because I had started laughing right before he did, because I was just like, ain't this about a bitch? So that was one part I did like. And then the other part was when he gave Cookie her box and it was a pillow and he just looked up at her like, bitch, I know you tried to kill me, right? And then let's talk about this fight with Boo Boo Kitty and Cookie. Now, it was a long time coming. We knew that it was coming. Everybody, the fact that they hated Anika so much and everybody loves Cookie so much, we knew the tension between the 2 of them. That was fine that they gave us that. I kind of expected something like that to happen. Everybody was like, Boo Boo Kitty got her ass beat up. I was like, it seemed like they was holding their own pretty good to me, even though Cookie got that first good shot in. I was like, bitch, she threw that drink and hit her in the face and was like, I'm sorry, she was talking shit. You know, I don't know what you expect me to do. They have this big, you know, knockdown drag out fight, and this is because they're in a room together, because now they're going to stage a takeover, a hostile takeover. Cookie is no longer on Jamal's side, I suppose. Jamal is the head, I believe, and maybe because Lucius has cut her out, but now it's going to be Cookie and Anika and BC and Hakeem. Now all of a sudden they all ace boom coons, and you know they gonna do this. Do you guys really, after all of these things that I'm pointing out, you guys really think that this, now if I'm just supposed to look at it as a soap opera, then fine. Oh, and then I left something else out. Jamal, all of a sudden, he's so tough, he's so big, he's so bad. Not only is he able to go over to Beretti's, and he gets this close to Beretti. Okay, now this is, Beretti is on the same level as Lucius, I'm assuming, with security and everything. But he's able to get this close to Beretti that he's able to push him up to a damn balcony and almost knock his, you know, push him over the edge. Really, you guys? So when did he get so fucking hard? Now all of a sudden he about to push Beretti over. Look, then we get Jamal because he's still so tough. You know, he's the head of Empire. One of their rappers is out of pocket, Black Rambo. You know, he's talking shit. He's mad that Jamal is the new head of Empire, you know, because he's gay and, you know, he called him a sissy or something like that. So you know, Jamal's like, okay, I guess he got to prove to Black Rambo that he got it. So, you know, Black Rambo is at some freestyling event. You know, it's got that whole feel that is, you know, New York undercover. It's like some club that's underground and the rappers and everybody's watching. Kind of gives you that 8 Mile feel with Eminem's movie. So he's, you know, Black Rambo is slaying everybody on the mic, and then here comes Jamal, and he gonna sing at a rap battle. Now I don't know where the fuck anybody is gonna let you get up there on stage, and these are some hardcore hip hop heads that's supposed to be at a rap battle, and let a motherfucker get up there and sing. I don't give a fuck how hard that song is. Motherfucker better have a goddamn rap verse up in there. You know, it's just like now he's singing, and then at the end, of course, he says bitch, and I guess that makes it okay. Ain't nobody going to no rap battle. That's like going to a gunfight with a knife. You can't do shit like that. So that wasn't realistic to me, but the whole thing of the show was just super fantastic to me. I just couldn't get with it, you guys. I couldn't get with it. And then don't let me forget the fact that the FBI is trying to build a case on Lucious Lyons, okay, and the woman that Cookie was working with when she was snitching on the other people, she also wants Cookie to implicate or, you know, give all the information on how Lucius got his money and his start on his business. They take her in, and Cookie says she's not gonna do it, she ain't gonna snitch or whatever, but while she's there, New York Undercover sees her walking out of the FBI building. This is before New York Undercover came to his untimely end. Okay, but fast forward to the end of the show when they finally have the big concert for Lucious Lyons, and he's supposed to perform there. You know, you got Jennifer Hudson with all of her thick-throated, you know, all that yelling and screaming that she do there, just Juicy J. They have Jamal is performing, Hakeem is performing, and right before it's about to happen, that Lucius is supposed to go out and perform his song, he's staring in the mirror because, you know, I think he's feeling godly again, okay? Rock that all white with up feeling godly. But anyway, he's about to go out, and then here comes the FBI. Lucious Lyons, you're under arrest for, you know, first-degree murder of Bunky Harris, or whatever the hell his last name was. So he's like, oh, who turned? And, you know, he sees Cookie, and he's like, bitch, you told on me. And she was just like, I did not. I promise I didn't. So now we sitting here thinking, like, who was the one that told? But then right when they're about to take him out of the venue, the FBI agent tells another agent, like, where is New York Undercover? Find his ass. He's my star witness. So now we know that New York Undercover probably went into the FBI building and told on Lucius. Okay, and the reason why he told is because Lucius told him, you ain't never getting this. I'm gonna be alive and everything is all good and all of this, but yeah, you ain't running shit no more. Okay, and that's why him and Big Crazy got into the fight, because Big Crazy was like, you ain't know, you turned on me. Y'all. But they finally got the shit signed off, the IPO, okay, was able to ring the bell or push the button or whatever it was they was going to do with the stock. So now it is a publicly traded company. He is excited. They got all that done, but yeah, you guys, I'm sorry. It was just too much. It was just almost like they rushed a whole bunch of shit. I think like they were trying to tie up some storylines or maybe, yeah, I just don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say about it, but I was not happy. I wasn't happy, and I know that people are not going to be happy with this. Damn, I hope that don't really mess up Taraji's chances at an Emmy, but then when I read the reviews online, you know, people still really, really love the show, and I still really, really like the show. I'm hoping that next season we don't get no, because I'm gonna just need people to be clear with me what the fuck this is that I'm watching, because I cannot take it seriously as a drama if it's going to be that sensational. So I'm sorry. I know everybody was looking forward to the damn finale, and I know everybody loved it, but if you can see any of my side, anything that I've said, and don't get down there and say that I'm being, you know, people are extra critical of the show. I'm just giving my opinion. That's how I feel. I'm sorry. So that's it on Empire. It's going to be off until September, and then it'll be back, and hopefully they'll get some shit together, but I can't do, I'm gonna tell you, that is not the kind of show that I've been watching for this last 10 episodes or 9 episodes or whatever it was. That was totally And then you guys, Scandal. So I just watched it, and Scandal was better. They're really trying to get back to the first season where they had outside cases, and that was cool. I like the way they linked this story together with the main story that's going on, but you know, still it was like it's not as fast paced. I don't know what it is, if it's just because we done got used to the pace of these other shows, if I'm not really trying to give Scandal a fair chance. Like, I still like the show, but it's certain things that I'm starting to, first of all, I feel like it's preachy, which Shonda Rhimes can be in her shows. You know, that it's very chick flickish, and you know, when women get to preaching about how they have it or how they don't have it. But let me back up. The story on this one was about a girl who wrote a tell-all about 17 or 18 really prominent people in the political arena, and she sent out like a synopsis of the book to some publishers, hoping that they would get it picked up. So it makes its way to Abby. Abby finds out about it, and one of the guys that's the person writes about in the book is the guy that she's seeing, that guy who was a fix-it they had hired to work in the president's office. So now Abby is upset because she's linked to him. Okay, and that's why I was saying where it gets preachy. She gives this whole long speech about this scandal is going to affect her because she's a woman, and they talk about her hair, and they talk about how skinny she is, they talk about who she's dating, and you know, they never give him such a hard time. And all of it was true, but after a while it's just like, yeah, well, okay, we know. Anyway, she's like wants to try to bury this book, so she hires Olivia to find out what we can do to stop this book. Olivia goes to talk to the girl, and her goal is to Olivia Pope her. Okay, get her so rattled and scared that she won't put this book out. You know, she tells her, in absolutely no way are you putting this book out. You know, you call the publisher and tell them that you're sorry. If you don't do it, I'm gonna, you know, I will ruin you, because, you know, I'm Olivia Pope, you know, and I'm whored. I'm whored. So the girl, you know, she's rattled, I'm sure, by all of that, you know, the antics of Olivia Pope, and she thinks that it's handled. You know, she calls and was just like, it's done. But then the girl, you know, after she gets herself together, after she reacts and gets herself together, she goes down to Olivia Pope and was like, bitch, I know you don't think that I was fixing to fall for that. Whoever hired you, they obviously are one of the people in my book, and they all was rich. So, bitch, $3 million. And when Olivia still tries to do the same tactic, she was like, honey, I don't know what's wrong with you, okay? You used to be my hero. You were the woman that had power, that meant something in Washington, and you trying to make me this slut. You know, you slut shaming me, sitting here telling me as a woman that I should be ashamed of how I use my body or what I do with my body. And you know, she just goes off on Olivia like, you disappointed me, you know. So she's gone off, and you know, Olivia's kind of knocked off of her feet like, oh my god, this girl just talked to me like this. Now Olivia's like, okay, the bitch mean business, she want this money. So they get the book and they decode who the people are, because in the book she has nicknames for everybody. Then we find out that David, the Attorney General, David, what's his last name? No, it ain't. David? I can't remember what his last name is, but anyway, he's also one of the people in the book. So now it could be this huge scandal. If the book comes out, then everybody's going to know who everybody is, and it's going to be a problem. This is world leaders and congressmen and all kind of shit. So they were going to pay the money, but David was like, absolutely not. As an attorney general, man of the, you know, of the United States, and yeah, I'm not going to let this happen. I'm not doing it. I would rather resign or, you know, be fired or go through whatever I have to go through, but I'm not doing this. And, you know, it's against the law. It's illegal. I won't let it happen. But now that David is getting caught up in this scandal, now David is not going to be able to conduct the investigation for the I was about to say B-52, B-613. And you know that Huck is counting on this happening. You've already told him that he would give him immunity. Huck wants to be able to go home to his family. Now Huck is just like, okay, well, if you step down from Attorney General, if you get fired, then, you know, I'm not going to have my immunity. He's not going to have his deal anymore. So that's a problem. So now that David has shut down this whole blackmail thing, now they're trying to figure out if they can dig some dirt up on the actual girl that wrote the book. And they find out that she was fired from her job, maybe unrightfully so. So they bring her back into the office, and Olivia's like, you don't want to expose all these people. You're mad. You're angry. You can't find a job. You were blackballed by your old boss. He wanted to be with you, and you told him no. And then he, you know, so then we find out that the girl was raped by the old boss and, you know, all of this. And she was like, you know, Olivia was like, basically, I'm gonna set up some interviews for you to get a good job, and, you know, we gonna get you back on track, and we ain't even gonna worry about that book, and, you know, all of that. That's what they were trying, the angle that they were trying to go. There's this one part in the show when Huck and old girl are going over to the girl's house that wrote the book, and when they get there, they hear her screaming in the kitchen. And when they go in the kitchen, one of the people that she had wrote about in the book, you know, he knows about this book now, because remember, he was part of the ones that was going to give this $175,000 each. He has a knife up to her. So old girl pulls out her gun and was just like, put it down, you know, you cannot do this. Okay, so while she has the gun on him, he throws the knife down, and Huck was like, go out of here, don't come back. And she was just like, you let him go? Why did you let him go? You shouldn't have done that. The girl that wrote the book, she's just kind of standing up against the cabinet. Honey, well, why did Huck take that knife and just turn around and slash her throat? Kills the girl right there. And then what's her name, the one that he works with, she was just like, why did you kill her? What did you do that for? He was just like, I got this deal. Eventually she was going to talk. Eventually that book was going to come out, and then David was going to be in trouble, and that was meaning that I was going to have my immunity, and I'm not going to be with my family, and, you know, I'm sorry, I really liked her, I really liked you, Sue. You know, he's like, I'm so sorry, Sue. But yeah, it couldn't happen. So Hook then killed the girl. What's her name gets the book, and she gets the little chip that has the USB that has the book saved on it, and she goes and gives it to Olivia. So the lady is dead. They have all the copies of the book. I don't understand why Olivia didn't even ask if Hook killed her, because she was just like, do you know who killed her? And what's her name was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna tell you though. I was just like, who the fuck else is the killer? If it wasn't me, then it's, you know, it's either me or Hook. Is really what Olivia, but you know, I don't know why Olivia didn't even think like one of them might have done it. She's always so many steps ahead of everybody. Why didn't she put all this together? But then she might not know about the B613 stuff going on with Huck and David and all that. So I'll give her, okay, she might not know about that. So really she wouldn't think that Huck had any reason to kill the girl. So okay, maybe that's what that is. And then just kind of on a whole nother thing now, Olivia, you know, she's in this post-traumatic stress syndrome thing that she's going through. She's drinking a lot at night. Now she's starting to make questionable sexual choices. Okay, she hangs out at a bar now. She has a fake name, and she's picking up men in the bar and fucking them at her place. I was like, at your house, Olivia? You can't even take the nigga to a hotel? I mean, ain't no telling who's crazy around. You are Olivia Pope. I was so shocked that she picked up this black guy. Because, you know, y'all know Olivia is down with the swirl. She don't fuck around with no black folks. The guy, you know, she picks him up. She tries once and it don't work because she has like a little episode in the bathroom when she thinks that she's in the bathroom when she was kidnapped. So she's kind of having flashbacks. Bitch was going crazy a little bit. So she's like, I got to get out of here. But then once she got herself back together, she went on back and was like, yeah, I'm gonna pick up my man today. And she got him and brought him on back to her house, and you know, they got busy. So that's how it ended. Okay, but it's better. It's not as fast paced, but I can see where they're trying to get back to, you know, how it used to be. So I mean, you know, I'm still gonna hang with it. I'm still gonna hang with it. Y'all gonna hang with it? We gonna hang with it, you guys. Let's make it all the way out through the season. All right, you guys. So that feels like that was a super rambly review, or, you know, discussion about the two shows. I'm sorry, but like I said, I'm just distracted. I will do better with Being Mary Jane. I will make sure that I watch it next week, because I said I'm going to review it, so I need to be making sure that that's what I do. I just couldn't get it this time, but that's it, you guys. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.